Hello.
Thank you for joining me today to talk to me a little bit about your exam experience. You were the very, very first one in the whole of the LCB education community to sit functional skills exams with us. Just tell us who you are and a little bit about your education journey so far up until this point.
So my name's Phinley Parker. I've been doing maths, English, a bit of paleontology, do lots of sports.
So you're home educated, aren't you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, and how long have you been home educating?
About 2 or 3 years now.
How do you describe home education in a few words?
Amazing.
What made you decide that you wanted to do functional skills exams in the first place?
Mainly just to practice my maths and English.
And how old are you, Phinley?
13.
What exams have you just recently sat then?
I've just done the reading one, then I did the writing one before that, and then the maths was the first one I did.
And was it level 1 or 2?
1.
Before you even sat the exams last week, what sort of preparation did you do? How did you get ready for the exam?
Printed off loads of past papers that we've got and did them, the little crafters workbooks that you've done.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about maths first. Talk us through what happened. How was that experience for you? Where did you do it?
So for the maths one, so you start off with a little test where it's got one question that you answer. Then you do a practice one that's got slightly less time than the full one, but it's got full questions. Then you move on to the actual one.
Right, okay. So they don't jump you straight into the exam. They give you some practice ones first.
Yeah.
That's good to know. And how did that feel for you when you were doing it?
The questions were okay. It was easy to navigate.
And was it easy to know whether you were allowed to use a calculator and were not allowed to use a calculator?
Yes. When you start it, it pops up a big screen. It says this is section A, this is a non-calculator section.
How easy was it to set it all up on your computer? And
just downloaded a few of the apps that I needed and it was done.
Okay, and how did you know what to download?
When we clicked on the link, it took us to the first download page. And when we went to go onto the practice thing, I had us download a browser.
What room in your house did you choose to sit your exam in?
I used my brother's bedroom.
And did they check anything before the exam started?
When you started, they asked you to pick your laptop up and spin it round so that you can make sure there's no one inside.
So they want to just do a room sweep and see around the room?
Yeah, you just pick it up and spin it round slowly.
And do they ask you for anything? Do you have to provide any documents or anything on the exam?
You needed to do put your passport in front of the screen, take a picture of it, then take a picture of your face. Well, there was a bit of an issue with that where it only worked on the third attempt.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit temperamental, can't it? I spoke to them about that when you told us about it. And one of the things that they said was it doesn't matter if it doesn't scan. What you can do is just quickly email it to them after the exam and they'll just accept it that way. It depends on things like how quick your internet is and how good your webcam is and things like that. You got there in the end with it, didn't you? Talk us through your feelings.
I was nervous when I begun it, but it was once I started the practice one, it started feeling a lot easier.
Was it a 2-hour exam?
Yes.
How did you find the time that you had to do the overall questions? Was it enough?
Yeah, it was plenty enough. I had about half an hour left on but all of them.
And did you get any reasonable adjustments for your exam, do you know?
Well, I did have some extra time.
Was that the 25% extra time?
Yes.
How did it work? Did they just add that on automatically for you?
Yeah, when you start it just adds the extra time.
Is there any advice that you'd give to people that are a bit nervous about maybe the tech or sitting down in front of a computer to do the exam?
I had plenty of time and it was so easy to set up. I'd recommend if you're sitting on the floor into it, getting like a one of those tables that have fold up legs and a pillow for behind you. So that if it's on the thing, you can have it high up so you don't have to have the screen pointed directly up and you don't have to strain your neck up and down. When you start it, you've got a bit of time to set up where the camera is, but when you're doing the passport, the writing one overall was my favourite.
And then how do you submit the exam at the end when you finish?
You just press submit and then okay. Then it'll ask you, are you sure? Because you won't be able to go back. And you just press OK and it's submitted.
That's good. So you got through them all then. You've done all 3 exams. You've got your speaking and listening still to do, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I do have a speaking and listening one to do.
Talk to us about this calculator story. That's a really useful thing to know.
I didn't know if they had a calculator on that, so I brought my own. So I put it on the bed behind me, but I still avoided it.
It wasn't that you'd done anything wrong in the exam. It's just that because you thought that you could bring your own calculator in and you did, they could see that it was in the room, couldn't they, even though you weren't using it? And because of that, and they've got a rule that you can't have your own calculator and that they give you one on the screen, the exam was void before it even started, wasn't it? So yeah. Although that must have been a pain in the bum for you, Phinley, that was a super useful exercise for us because it means that we now know that you can't take your own calculator into the exam. So thank you for that. You helped helped us out hugely there. Were there any other little things like that during your English or your maths exam?
For all of them, you've got to make sure that your full face is covered, because when I was doing writing one, most of the time you could just see my eyes.
So it's this position again that we're talking about, isn't it? You have to,
Yeah.
they have to make sure that they can see you throughout the entire exam and your full face, I suppose, maybe the top half of your body. Is that right?
Just once your head's in it, that's it.
That's again a very, very useful tip. It's easily done, isn't it? If your computer's down a little bit or up a little bit, you know, you're not really paying attention because you're busy writing.
There is a little camera in the top right. Every question I recommend checking, making sure your head is fully in it.
Well, that's good. That's a really good tip. So you can actually see what they can see. You can see a little picture of yourself.
Yeah.
Like I can on this here. Thank you so much. It's been so useful talking to you.